we've got the evidence, and there's absolutely no question now that, we know that, especially in the Western Cape, with the disasters, especially climate-related. We knew back, I started working in this field 30 years ago, when I started working in 1992. United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change had just been signed off and ratified, and South Africa was part of that. And so it suddenly became a real thing in terms of policy and government responses, but it was still very, very new on the ground. And we didn't have a lot of evidence back then. There was enough theoretical and some practical evidence from monitoring, obviously, climate change, that something was changing. And the modeling was already so good, in fact, that the modeling that was done back then to say this is what our future is going to look like, if you look at that now and you look at what's actually happened in the last 32 years, it's actually really, really close. So the scientists were already getting it right back then, but there wasn't enough evidence to say it's definitely happening long term, it's definitely because of X, Y, Z, and so on. That has now emerged after 30 years. We've got the evidence, and there's absolutely no question now that, we know that, especially in the Western Cape, with the disasters, especially climate-related disasters, the last 10, 15 years, you can't miss the fact that we're getting more of these events. They're longer, they're more intense, they cause more damage, and across the world.